Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Mountain Blade Bannerpage outside Grimwalder Castle, which we were going to try siege, but it's probably a bit too well guarded. We need to find a softer target. We did go after Rhodokia Castle last episode, and has now been taken back from us because eventually Uxar was under siege. Dark Knights offers me a defensive pact, absolutely, because the Dark Knights are very powerful. So if I get attacked, the Dark Knights will come to my aid, although if someone attacks the Dark Knights, we'll have to go to their aid, but that also gives us right to rule. I don't like this as another siege tower, because it just takes so long to do. I might be able to get them to surrender. If I build a siege tower, there's only like 45 inside, we might be able to get away with it. The quicker I can convince people to agree to a truce, even if it's just a temporary one, that would be ideal. I know my villages are burning. There's really not much I can do about it. I'm also aware that my morale's going to tank from doing this siege again, because it tanked last time. But if I'd like to try and push the Rhodoks into making a peace. Doing something besieged by the Silent Sultanate. Yeah, there we go. Morale is low. Still another 24 hours to go. I'd still like to just get a surrender here. That'd be much better. But we know that long sieges can cause quite bad morale problems. Sanders and the Rhodoks are made peace, which doesn't fill me with happiness. The Rhodoks are nearby. Okay, more and more people are leaving. Only another 2 hours. I much prefer just to get this from not having to siege it. I much prefer just to be able to get them to surrender. They're not going to do that. We're just going to lead our soldiers in the assault. Then we'll just have to go try and deal with our morale issues very quickly after that. We did lose quite a few troops to desertion. Or desertion even. There's only 45 inside here, so I'm not too worried from a military perspective that we're going to lose. But I suspect this castle might just be taken straight back, and then we definitely did better siege engineer, that's what this is telling me. So we'll spec one of the companions we haven't spent the skill points of just yet, and we'll spec them in to be an engineer, because 78 hours for a siege tower is just too slow. It absolutely cripples our army's morale. And we do know how to fix that, but we also probably need to spend some time actually defending this place once we take it back for the second time. But I'm just hoping to push the Rhodoks into believing this isn't worth holding on to, for one reason or another. Rolf's been knocked unconscious. Perhaps Rolf could be our siege engineer, but I don't think he's got enough skill points yet, because he hasn't been with us as a companion that long. And actually we probably intend to make him into... well, it's the Dark Knight, that's unfortunate. We probably intend to make him into a Lord. So we probably don't want to spec him in as a siege engineer for the time being, because that would be unnecessary for someone who's going to then leave the party. Tin's been knocked unconscious, so no grenades, at least not from him anymore. I'm very happy to get a defensive alliance with the Dark Knight, so that's going to be very useful. Although it's not very useful now because we're already at war. Hopefully next time someone declares war on us, it'll bring the Dark Knights in. And also, more than that, just means the Dark Knights are unlikely to attack us for a while, if at all, which means that we've got a little bit of breathing room with them to focus on the other factions, and they are probably the strongest faction on the field. So the fact that we don't have to deal with them is a big plus for us, really. I think we can just about shoot through that arrow slit there. We managed it before. and hopefully we can manage it again. We are managing to shoot through, we're just not actually hitting anything of particular importance. I guess we can focus on the crossbowmen up here on the ramparts. Damage you. Because we don't tend to really be focusing these guys that much, so the more we can focus on them, the better. Just wait for him to pop his head. There we go. Damage you, not enough to kill you, but enough to cause you significant harm. He dodged out the way that time, that was unfortunate. Shoot you. Oh, I think that's a friendly troop, we probably don't want to do that. Only 12 enemies left. I definitely see a couple of crossbows peeking out from behind those battlements, and there's still someone up here. Come on, poke your head, my man, poke your head. No, I guess not. Well, we can start pushing up, but again, there's only 5 people left. This was never militarily going to be hard to retake, although we did lose a couple of quite nice troops, which is unfortunate, but that's the way of things. Deshav we kind of made into a fighter, so I don't know if we want to put her as a siege engineer. We'll have a look at which companion we can really ramp up engineering with, because we do need a better engineer than what we've got, because 78 hours for a siege tower is just too long. And we, you know, if we lose this place again, we can't then go take it back another time. We aim for morale. We'll take all these troops. Our morale is still low, which is not ideal. But we will take all these people. We can do something with them, even just chuck them inside to Excel. We'll gather what there is. Who are we giving this to? We were giving this to Bunduck, weren't we? Yeah, we'll give this back to Bunduck, that's fine. 4,400 dinars, I will split it equally so that everyone gets a bit. So only 35 troops inside there is not ideal. I will give them the random troops I picked up at the bottom here. Morale is very low, we're going to have to go sort that before we manage anything else, but the problem is these guys are all here. That being said, we might be able to get some morale from actually fighting these guys, so let's do that. 134 versus 157, I think we'll be okay. It's a very flat map. I'd love something with a bit more of a hill, to be perfectly honest. That's a hill. Okay, we'll have to make that work. Infantry here, archers up here, and cavalry over on the side. We'll let them come to us. I mean, neither of these armies have much cavalry. I definitely have more of it, so I want to utilise that effectively. We've got a pretty strong cavalry contingent with the Contatorios and the remaining Dark Knights. We definitely need to use them to probably just disrupt their archer lines if we can. Or we need to get everyone else into position first, then we can go from there. Okay. So we are going against two separate lords' armies here, but that's not a problem. We will dismount, actually. Just get my infantry to move forward a little bit, and my archers just to pull back a bit, and my cavalry to pull back as well. I don't want my cavalry to be the first encounter for those Rhodokia spears, so I'm just going to pull the cavalry back behind us for the time being. In fact, wait, let's move the cavalry all the way over yonder, and they can be ready to flank on the sides. I think that's probably a better idea. Once their cavalry engaged with our infantry, we'll send the cavalry round as a flanking manoeuvre. in theory, it sounds like a good plan. In reality, we'll have to see. But we are knocking a few of them down, which is good. But maybe this will just beat the Rhodoks into submission. And if anything else, just burst some morale, so we don't have to go all the way back to Uxal just to increase our morale. Because we can't do that at other places, because we would have to pay a much larger sum, which is not ideal. Because we won't be able to store our troops in the castle to go get a cheap morale bonus. Okay, their infantry's getting ready to charge. Cavalry go over there, deal with them if possible. We'll let the cavalry get behind the back, and then they can charge in properly. Cavalry can charge now. Oh, good attack there, Tin. Very good attack there. This is definitely a fight we're having to play a bit more tactically, but Tin is being an absolute MVP for us and getting a lot of kills with his grenades, as he always does. Okay, infantry can charge now as well. No reason to let them not. I just damaged my own Dark Knight's horse. Everyone can charge now. We've lost 8 so far. We're losing quite a few Dark Sergeants, which is not exceptionally good, but it could be worse. Right, who's still left? It's going to be... Oh, we'll be US. Cavalry, come back to me. Don't overstretch yourself. I don't want the cavalry to die unnecessary death. They're very strong, both the Consolidate and the Dark Knights. But we don't want them to die unnecessarily. That would be unfortunate. Once the rest of our troops have arrived, they can go back in. Yeah, they can charge now, that's fine. Because the majority of the rest of our army is now here. So they won't be as weakened going in by themselves. And those cavalry are doing a very good job, actually. You can see there, the majority of the kills of those being made by Dark Knights or Conditorios. It's funny, I'm not sure I would associate Conditorios with horseback, but maybe that's because I play too much Age of Empires, and because they're a unique unit for the Italians in Age of Empires 2, and on there they're on foot, but so I don't know which one is the more historically accurate, to be honest. Another 30 to go, that's fine. We are getting some morale back from this, which I'm very happy about. We might need to push them. They may not decide to attack us, because they are the much weaker party now. But yeah, if I can get the Rhodoks to agree to a white truce or a ceasefire, that'd be good. Because then I might have a little bit of time. It might give Rhodokia Castle a little bit of time just to get itself geared up. Are these mostly just crossbowmen? Just charge. If these are mostly just crossbowmen, let's just get in there. Yeah, these are nearly all crossbowmen actually. Best thing we can do with our cavalry is just get in there as quickly as possible. Charge them down. And just disrupt their firing pattern as much as possible. Take that sharpshooter. And you as well. No, we missed you. Yeah, definitely the best thing to do was just charge them there. Not give them the time to think or to fire properly. You and you. I mean, these train crossbow may not be worth a huge amount, but they'll be worth a few dinars. That's not a bad thing at all. Looks like they're starting to rout now. And we've advanced to level 22. Wonderful. Obviously, we didn't run with a big cavalry contingent for a lot of this campaign. I can now see the use of these very high quality cavalry. I mean, they're kind of similar to the Swadian knights from the base game, who are always very, very strong indeed. I kind of classify these Dark Knights almost as a little bit like the custom, or not the custom Knighthood Orders, but the Knighthood Orders from Prophecy of Pendor. And they do look very cool as well. Okay, another 4 morale. You managed to escape. You both managed to escape. Is unfortunate. We'll take these bandit leaders and we'll put them inside the same place. Let's just take as many high quality troops as we can prisoner. When I remember, Katrin, Jomus, Rolf. Katrin might have a few points spare. She's only got 2. Now, engineer's a intelligence skill. Jomus is likely to stay with us. Maybe we just whack Jomus as our engineer. So that actually probably makes more sense in a way. Okay, let's change that back again. So we can put 5 into engineer. So he's our medic and our engineer, which means Jomus is never going to actually leave the party. He's always going to be here. That's pretty good. Still got to watch out for our morale though. Our morale's still struggling somewhat. We'll put these other mountain bandits inside. Just giving it a little bit more strength because it's a very weird army in there at the moment. Can we get back to Uxal quickly just to get our morale back up and running? Let's hope so. Especially as Uxal's been besieged by the Swadians. Apparently you're running from me, and there's you got a bunch of Dark Knight troops. No, I was hoping that Dark Knight would come with me. Kaiser Harlaus is here. We are not dealing with that. Right. Uxal's no longer under siege for now. That may not last. Let me just put all these troops away. Because we need to fix our morale issues before we do anything else. This is often the way with this mod. I'm very much struggling for morale overall. Let's also just have a quick look in the tavern. Some herdmen here. They're cheap, why not? Tactician is this. I don't know if we need him at the moment. We'll also keep lowering our morale or lowering our honour. No, I don't know how we get elites into our party because there never seems to be any elites willing to join us, but hey ho. We'll check these prisoners inside. We can sell them at a later date probably. Morale is high, so let's get our troops back into the party, ready to go. Because we might be due a fight very soon indeed. Dark retinue. Have we got any more dark recruits in here? Doesn't look like it. Pop into the castle. Hello, Duke Forcival. Who are you? Oh, you're from the Dark Knights. You don't know me. You don't know that I gave Bunduck a castle, but it's fine. He is cooperative towards me. We might be able to bring him over, but he's got land, so I think that's unlikely. Let's talk about recruitment. I want to recruit some new soldiers. We'll try for some Nords. And we'll try for a few more Rhodoks as well. Because that might give us some more Dark Knight troops. Okay, that's good. Ugh. Yeah, Uxal's been besieged again, fine. I just want to also speak to Katrin. Her charisma's not terrible. I'm going to put her into persuasion. Because I think I'll make her my person I send out on diplomatic envoys. I think that's hopefully a sensible decision. We'll have to see. Now we do have quite a few troops coming in here. Now, Duke Forcival, are you willing to help in this? I guess you might be. Some Drengas here. And actually, we'll take the retinue archers. The Drengas we can't afford to hire. The retinue archers are not bad at all. You know, they upgrade to Welsh longbowmen. We'll keep them actually in our party for now. We'll wait here for some time. See what the consequences of this potential invasion of Uxal will be. The Kaiser is here. Or he was around. I wouldn't mind these guys actually pushing in now. Rhodokia offers us a peace agreement, absolutely. Because that means that we might be able to hold on to Riabet Castle for a little bit longer. Valuka's been besieged by the Saracen Sultanate, that's interesting. Saracens are making a push this way by the looks of things. How are we doing for food? Probably not great. Let me sell off all these bits. I forgot we've got these Greek fire grenades with us as well. If we do go into combat, we might want to actually bring those with us. In fact, let's, for now, just take off the shield. Oh, we don't have power for 3. I forgot about that. Right, in which case we'll give them to Rolf, because he should be able to take them, I would think. Bunch of bread. I wish there was some other stuff apart from bread, but that's all that appears to be here. Rolf, are you any good at throwing things? Would you like to be good at throwing things? No, yes, you can. Good. You, my good man, are going to have some Greek fire grenades. Okay, you need a little bit more skill. That's fine. We can get that sorted out for you. It's not a problem. It's not a particularly big force coming in here at Uxal. Sweden's offer me a peace, absolutely. Cool. So now we've just got the Saracens to worry about, which is actually a positive thing for us. And I'm going to actually take some additional troops with me, because this presents a very interesting opportunity for us to keep pushing and make some actual progress against the Saracens. We will take just a bunch of spearmen, fairly low level spearmen, and we're going to march on. Well, Grunwald is the only one really around. The problem is they're also sieging Valuka. But if the Dark Knights can deal with what's going on in Valuka, let's go have a look at Valuka, see what's going on here. See, they're already sieging that. Hang on, if they take Valuka, we can take Valuka. Back off them. That would work pretty well, actually. Let's wait outside here and deal with this chap as soon as he finishes his fight with these mountain bandits. If they take Valuka, we can take Valuka off them. It does mean the Dark Knights might not be too much of a fan of us, but I think it'll be okay. Swindle die. But I'm glad that we've made peace with the Swadians and the Rhodoks. That's going to buy us a good amount of time to get things sorted. And we might be able to consolidate for that next castle. It means that Riabet has a little bit of time to get itself ready. Now, sure, they might attack there, the Saracens, but we were at war with 3 factions, now we're at war with 1, which is a lot, basically a much healthier situation to be in. Right, these are Kurgits, so hopefully we'll be okay. We've got a lot of extra spearmen here with us, actually. Obviously not particularly high level spearmen, but spearmen against horses probably works well for us, but I'm not going to keep my own cavalry particularly early here. I'm going to try focus on bringing them into my infantry line here, so there's just more horsemen than I've got. Once Rolf gets upgraded, we'll give him some grenades, at least in the short term. We were going to make him a lord. We may not do now. We'll have to see. But having another grenadier on the team alongside Tin and Deshavi, not a bad idea. Here they come. Okay, we're going to take a few hits there, that's for sure. Okay. That being said, I think we're managing. We'll just borrow this horse and try to go after some of these guys who look to be running. How did I miss that? Not to worry, I think we're going to manage anyway. There we go, Legion Marksman taken out. We only lost one troop there, that's not bad at all. If we can take him prisoner, I wouldn't mind the finances that we would benefit from it. You're my prisoner. We'll take this mountain, well, two of those mountain bandits. But we will take all the prisoners from this lord's army with us. Let's actually see if we can just sell him straight away. Sure, 4,000. It's not exactly going to change the course of this campaign, but it's a useful addition, that's for sure. Right, let them take Valuka, we take Valuka off them. That's how I see things. Yeah, they take Valuka. Let them head on their way, if possible. Ah, here's Count Sven. We might even get him to come with us. There's only 27 inside here. We're taking it. And Count Sven has actually automatically joined in with us. That's very cool. I don't think the base game or even Pendor does that. That's a really nice touch. We're just going to assault. There's only 27 troops inside here. Are we going to be able to hold Valuka? Who knows. But we may as well take it off the hands of the... we may as well take it off the hand of the Saracens. I don't see why we wouldn't, really. You're definitely going to shoot me. There we go. No shooting me. Thank you. Okay, we lost the Dark Footman. That's not too bad. Hardly dramatic siege. We've already managed to lose a couple of decent troops, which is unfortunate, but these things happen. Definitely more than I would expect for a siege of this nature, but hey ho. Question is, who do we give it to? I guess we can pick up some more. I guess we can take it for ourselves for the time being. There's no reason not to. I mean, sure, we'll have to continuously recruit, but money's money. I will have a look for myself for the time being. We'll plunder and share it equally, that's fine. Apparently Branfrentis didn't like that, but oh well. Now, who's actually indoors here? And is there anything in the chest of interest? No, there's not. Valuka, it's been a while since we've been here. Chancellor. Oh, all our people just move around. That's interesting. We'll withdraw some money from the treasury. Okay. Recruits training. Let's get some Rhodokia. Okay, we need to. First of all, we need to just put some money back inside the treasury. We took too much out. Because I want to be able to actually recruit some troops here. We'll start off with some Rhodoks, because that might actually get us some dark troops as well. And then we'll go for some Nords if we can. 100 of each and see how that goes. Pop into the tavern. See if there's a prison broker here or some Eastern mercenaries. I always like Eastern mercenaries. Some Yofas. A ransom broker. Excellent. Sell those prisoners. Hello, Roland. Got nothing particularly of interest. Let's sell off all these bits. Hopefully you've got some more interesting food for me, because at the moment all I have is bread. And it's kind of tanking my morale a little bit. And food variety does help with that. How's the actual... Oh, there's no garrison here at all. You know what? We picked up all those trained spearmen. They can live in here for now. We will also quickly just get some morale while we're in the area. Eventually we'll probably give this away to someone else, but it might make us a good amount of money for the time being. And actually this can be the core of our empire. Valuka, Uxal, you know, they're relatively close together, so it makes sense to do so. How expensive are the offers? Because I could do with some more troops here. 1,000? There's only 5 of them, but they're relatively strong. Take the mercenary footmen as well. We'll just take everyone. I should have done that after I bought some morale. That's fine. So I'll put you guys in. And we'll just go speak to the Lady of the Night here and just get even more morale for ourselves. And we know there is a ransom broker here. So we could... Oh, 2 Castle Guards. Sure. It's the first time we've actually seen some elites ready to join us. So they turn into Royal Guards. Apparently they're archers. That's very interesting. I'd like to select your equipment. Oh, you guys look cool, don't you? Oh, can we select what we give them? That's very interesting. Tell me about yourself. You're pretty good. Okay, so that is the current equipment. Here's the gear we have currently equipped. Your inventory will show the gear that you can assign to us. Please tell me we can give you grenades. Oh, we can't. That's really unfortunate. It looks like we can just give you armour and certain weapons for the time being. That's very interesting. We can choose the gear for them. Do I want you to be a polearms group? I'm not sure I do, to be honest. I don't think I like the idea of you being a polearms force. I know you're the Royal Guards and you look better with it, but I'm not sure that's ideal. We'll give you a fighting hammer, a pick, and we'll give you the Pancona Picot as well. That's very curious that we can do that now. So we've got like a very high quality force in Valuka and a medium force inside Uxal. Katrin, we were going to make you important, but I wonder if we want to just send you off as another lord. Would you hold a fief for me? You can hold a village. We'll have to find a new companion or 2 going forward, but it's just an extra lord to patrol around. So I'd say we're growing in strength actually. We've got Rubeck Castle, Uxal, Valuka. Will we hold on to them? Who knows? Let me actually, I'm just curious, let me call the banners and see how many lords answer the call and what their strength is. We'll wait here at Valuka. Durham's being besieged by the Dark Knights. So Count Sven's here with 76 troops. He runs a Gallon for us. We just earned 20,000 from the tariffs and rents at Valuka. Very nice. We've got 8 troops with us, so we've got to be very careful. And Ferentis is here. Don't know what happened to all the prisoners at Uxal. That's interesting. Herdman, Yofers, Tactician. We'll pick up some new companions while we're here, actually. And these can be our new companions to work with. I mean, they might not like each other, but we'll see. I'd like to keep these castle guards with us. I'd be curious to see what happens when they turn into royal guards. What we can do then. Beheshtor, can you take... Are you good at throwing weapons? You're not. Lezelit might... Lezelit might be. No, people don't really spec into power throwing. Fine. Rolf is also not doing anything, so Rolf could easily go be a lord for us. But we might just send him off to do that straight away. Would you be interested in holding a fief? You can have Saramish. It is good of you to give me Saramish as a fief, and most appropriate. Proud indeed is the king who has the Baron of the House of Rolf as his vassal. Off Rolf goes. He's hardly particularly kitted out, but it's better than nothing. Recruiters brought 50 troops to Uxal, some Dark Initiates and Rhodokia recruits. Wonderful. Count Bunduk is also here. All Lance and Sanus have made peace. Just thinking we might want to make a push on Grunwalder while the option is there. Please leave me alone. Durham's now on a siege. Okay, recruiters to bring troops to Uxal. Pay for free passage. Yeah, these are mountain bandits. I got too far away from my lords. Right, pop back in here. Eventually we'll hand this off to a lord, I think, probably. But for the time being, that's not bad at all. Right, we will take back the majority of our troops here. We may not need to take all of them, because we know that we've got to keep this place protected, if nothing else. We'll take all the dark troops. We'll leave everything else generally behind. It does mean it's going to be very underguarded for the time being. But my hope is that this works in our favour. This gives us a few lords to work with. Baron Frentis still needs a lot more support. How is Grunwald doing? Okay, one of our recruiters has been defeated. 181 to take on Grunwalder. This is a ladder job. We'll see if we can do this and give this to whoever the last Baron is. Can we get them to surrender? No, we can't. Let's lead an assault, see what happens. Oh, it's this one of these castles. The castles which are very annoying. And actually, we have very nondescript troops. Just regulars or footmen. We should really give our country of New Rhodokia a culture to work with. There's a lot of these archers. It's a shame I can't make my culture the same as the Dark Knights, because that'd be very useful for us in a way. That would allow for some pretty strong armies. I don't think we can do that. I tried to do it before and I didn't have much luck, but that might be different now. Yeah, it's one of these quite annoying castles with a very thin way in, and there's an excellent chance of us being shot here if we're not careful. 10-3 and a couple of grenades. Apparently, okay, well, we'll do these guys up here. And then we can go from there. There we go, deal with you. Sounding Master Archer's doing some pretty good work against us. I think once, however, we deal with the main problem, the rest shouldn't be too bad. Archers I don't want to charge up. I want them to actually just hold in the town square or the castle square if possible. Because their strength is not going to lie in charging up the castle walls, it's going to be shooting these guys from further down, I would think. Oh, good man, Tin. That was a nice attack there. Infantry and cavalry do need to charge, though. I need my archers to probably move along a little bit further. There's probably a couple of archers causing a bit of a blockage there because I sent them up unnecessarily. From there, they should be able to shoot, at least to a certain extent. Can't see where my reticle is because I haven't changed its colour. Fine, I think we're going to have to send these crossbowmen up because at the moment they're not doing much and they're just being shot by all these guys up here. This is going to be a costly siege for sure, but hopefully it'll be worth it in the long run to give Frentis an actual castle to work with. Because at the moment he's only got like 27 troops, which is not even really worth the effort of having him as a lord. Reinforcements arrived, excellent. Oh, I do need to give myself a blacksmith at Rhodokia so that our ammo continues to kind of grow during a siege and it gets replenished when the time comes. Now, unfortunately, Rhodokia won't have the same defensive properties as Uxar does, where they all crowd together significantly, but we can still get some good work done. We do need to deal with these archers because we are taking quite a few losses here. But I wouldn't mind a period of peace after this. If we can convince the Saronids to go for peace as well, that'd be excellent. Shoot you. Because then it will give time for us to get all the castles, all the villages up and running, as they should be, ready for the next kind of major fight that we have going on. Okay, next group of troops are here. I suspect these everyday troops are not quite as good as ones from an actual faction, so we do want to think about maybe changing our faction culture to fit in, whether it wants to be Rhodoks or maybe the Nords. Nords are strong when it comes to sieges. You know, obviously they're pretty good at melee. That's something we could consider. Guys, there's a whole other ladder you could be using here. Reinforcements have arrived. How are we doing? Oh, we've taken a lot of losses actually. But I think they've only got 118 sides, so this might be their last or second to last reinforcement wave, but whether we have another couple of waves in us, I'm not sure. I mean, we've still got a few more forces, whether our allies do, I'm not entirely convinced. Let's keep shooting who we can here. Because these guys on the castle walls are actually proving very problematic. I think that's where the majority of our losses are coming from archers. Shoot you. Well, they've only got 16 side. I'm going to start pushing up here. We're going to watch out for these archers. Yeah, expected that coming. Oh my goodness, they're all there. Hi there. Could you not? Thank you, deal with you. So I'm not particularly concerned about these melee troops, I'm concerned about the archers just headshotting me from out of nowhere. The Sounding Master Archer is more than capable of doing that. Or even just these guys with their throwing weapons. Oh yeah. Oh, we're in the wrong spot here. This is not a safe spot for us to be. My word, get me out of here. I'm the king. How are we doing? 37 troops left. This has been a pretty brutal fight. I can't turn my back to support here. We're going to die if we're not careful. Oh yeah, there we go. I probably could have expected that. I shouldn't have pushed forward as much as I did. Never mind. So yeah, just a bit of a bottleneck here, but I don't think they've got any more troops now, apart from the troops they've already got. So as long as we have enough reinforcements to break through this bottleneck here, that should be okay. These archers on this castle wall have been absolutely destroying us. I'm hoping that we can just overwhelm them with numbers at this point, really. But they are putting up a most fierce resistance here, the Saronids. So all due credit to them. They've done very well. I mean, we will win this fight, but it's going to come at a very dear cost. But it's all about consolidation, consolidating our power in this area. Because nearly all the other castles we can't really get to with the Saronids. This one we can, and we can see actually now that how strong this can be in terms of having enough archers in this place. Would I want to do it myself? Probably not. But I will give it to probably Ferentis. Clethy and Rolf can wait their turn for castles when they become available. Anyway, let's get up there and finish that last Saronid archer. Either with range, there we go, Dark Marksman finishing the job. And the castle is ours. Wonderful. Beheshta looks upset, yeah, because we only lost 35 troops. We did have a lot of wounds there. So Beheshta's not going to be very happy, but I don't really care because he's not that important for the time being. He's relatively new in comparison to our more experienced companions. Capture all of you. I want to update management of the NPC. We need to speak to Beheshta. Okay, they're all going to be doing that. That's fine. Heroes can grab what they want. We'll grab the rest. And Gwynwalder can go to Brown Ferentis. There we go. Or Count Ferentis, I should say. And everything will be shared between everyone. 550 dinars is worth having. And we take Gwynwalder Castle. I'm going to let my lords go home. Even Count Svenzanoy that we gave land to Katrin, but that's fine. In the long run, having more companions is just useful. Count Ferentis will look after Gwynwalder. We've taken over Valuka, Gwynwalder, and retaken Rebek Castle. That makes us a fairly significant force in the area. However, there's not really any easy castles for us to go to next, given that we're only at war with the Saronids. But frankly, I'm happy just to consolidate here for the time being and go on from there. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.